Many men treat a hug as something insignificant, just a quick hello or goodbye that doesn't carry much meaning. They step in, hug briefly, and move on without thinking twice about it. What they often miss is that a hug can reveal a lot. In that short moment of physical contact, a woman's body can communicate how comfortable she feels, how interested she is, how connected she feels to you, and sometimes even whether there's attraction. The issue is not that these signals are not there, it is that most men don't know how to notice or interpret them. As a result, they may respond awkwardly, pull away too quickly, or hesitate because they are unsure of what the moment represents. Without realizing it, they end up sending the wrong message, coming across as nervous, uncertain, or even uninterested, even when that is not how they actually feel. This is where things start to break down. Attraction isn't just about what she expresses, it also depends on how you respond. If your reaction doesn't align with the moment, the connection can weaken without you even noticing. Today's video explains 4 different types of hugs women give and what they truly mean behind the surface. It helps you distinguish between a casual, friendly hug, one that shows comfort, and others that suggest a deeper level of connection. More importantly, it shows how to respond in a way that keeps things natural rather than awkward. Once you understand this, you stop second-guessing and start picking up on details most men miss, changing how you see these moments completely. Before breaking down those types of hugs, it is important to understand why hugs matter. While they seem simple, they are actually one of the most honest forms of communication. People can control their words, but their body language is much harder to manage, especially in close physical moments. Unlike speech, which can be filtered or adjusted, physical reactions during a hug tend to be genuine. That is why details like how long the hug lasts, how close she stands, where she places her arms, and whether she lingers or pulls away quickly can reveal real feelings. These behaviors are not random, they reflect how she truly feels in that moment. Studies on human behavior show that nonverbal communication carries a significant portion of emotional expression, particularly in close interactions. While many men focus on what's being said, her body is often giving a clearer answer. Attraction rarely appears in obvious or direct ways. Instead, it shows up through small, natural physical cues that happen when someone feels comfortable or connected. A hug is one of those moments because it removes distance and eliminates distractions, leaving only genuine reactions. In that brief interaction, her body responds based on how she feels, not what she chooses to say. Learning to recognize these cues means you're no longer guessing, you're observing something real. Over time, you begin to notice patterns that most people miss, realizing that a hug is more than just a gesture, it's a signal. However, many men struggle not because the signals are unclear, but because they don't know how to respond. Some rush through the hug, others hesitate, and some overthink it entirely. A few may appear stiff or unsure, pulling away too quickly, while others hold on too long without reading the situation, making things uncomfortable. These missteps all come from the same issue, a lack of awareness. When you don't understand what the hug means, you can't match it appropriately. And when your response doesn't align with her energy, the interaction feels off, even if it's subtle. Men often don't notice this, but women do. For her, a hug isn't just a routine gesture, it's a moment of connection, and she's paying attention to how you handle it. Whether you seem relaxed, confident, and in sync, or awkward and uncertain, becomes clear instantly. Pulling away too fast can suggest nervousness or low confidence. Hesitation can create discomfort. Overdoing it without reading her cues can feel forced. None of these responses build attraction, instead, they interrupt it. Another common mistake men make is trying to read a hug without considering the situation around it. They treat every hug as if it carries the same meaning, when in reality each one can signal something different. Without understanding that, they either overlook the message or interpret it the wrong way. That's why this matters. When you understand what each type of hug represents, your response becomes effortless. You stop guessing and overanalyzing, you simply respond in a way that fits the moment. And when you do that, the interaction feels smoother and more natural. With that in mind, The first type of hug to recognize is also the most common, and often the most misunderstood, the friendly pat hug. This kind of hug is brief, usually lasting just a second or two. She leans in slightly, there's minimal full body contact, and she may give a couple of light pats on your back before pulling away. Overall, it feels casual, polite, and simple. Because of its simplicity, many men quickly assume it means she's not interested, but that's a mistake. A friendly pat hug isn't rejection. It simply shows that she feels comfortable around you. There's no pressure, no intensity, and that's actually positive, because attraction often begins with comfort rather than strong emotion. When a woman feels relaxed in your presence, it creates a base that can develop into something deeper over time. The problem is that many men react poorly to this kind of hug. They might withdraw, act distant, or assume there's no potential and stop putting in effort. That reaction shuts down any chance for growth because instead of building on the comfort that's already there, they cut it off. What you need to see is that this hug isn't an end result, it's a starting point. It shows she's open to being around you and feels comfortable, leaving room for things to develop further. But for that to happen, you have to handle the moment properly. This isn't the time to push for more, it's the time to build. The next step is knowing how to move forward without forcing anything. This is where many men go wrong again. Some try too hard too quickly, attempting to create attraction instantly. Others do too little, assuming the moment doesn't matter. Either way, the interaction goes nowhere. The right approach sits in the middle. After a friendly hug, your goal is not to escalate immediately, it's to deepen the connection. You already have comfort, which is a strong foundation. Now you need to add a bit of energy, engagement, and interest. Start with your presence. Stay relaxed and confident, and treat the hug as a natural part of the interaction, not as something overly significant. When you remain calm and comfortable, it reinforces the same feeling in her. Then focus on how you engage. Hold eye contact slightly longer, keep your tone steady but a bit more lively, and bring in some light playfulness. This doesn't mean trying too hard to be funny, just avoid being too serious or predictable. Pay attention as well. Listen fully when she speaks, don't interrupt, and respond in a way that shows you're genuinely present. These small actions gradually build a stronger connection, and that connection is what allows attraction to grow. The key is consistency. One moment won't change everything, but repeated positive interactions will. As she continues to feel comfortable and the interaction becomes more engaging over time, things naturally begin to change. That's how a simple, friendly hug can evolve into something more meaningful, not through force or pressure, but through steady, natural progression. And once that shift starts happening, a different kind of hug begins to emerge. The second type of hug marks a noticeable change. This is the firm hug. Compared to the quick, casual pat hug, this one feels more deliberate. It lasts longer, involves more contact, and carries a sense of presence rather than politeness. You can usually sense the difference right away. Her arms wrap around you with a bit more intention, and she doesn't immediately pull back. For a moment, it feels like she's fully engaged in the interaction instead of just going through the motions. This kind of hug typically reflects comfort and familiarity. She enjoys your company, feels safe, and is comfortable around you. That matters because comfort is a key building block of attraction. When a woman feels relaxed, she becomes more open, more natural, and more willing to stay engaged rather than holding back. However, many men fail to recognize this change. They respond the same way they would to a casual hug, pulling away too quickly and unintentionally breaking the moment. By doing that, they miss the chance to reinforce the connection she's showing. From her perspective, this can feel slightly off. She leaned in a bit more, but you didn't meet her at that level. It doesn't necessarily erase her interest, but it can slow down the natural progression of the connection. Consistency also matters here. If this type of hug happens repeatedly across different encounters, it forms a pattern. It shows she's not only comfortable but also choosing to remain close in those moments. And that choice is significant, because attraction develops over time through repeated experiences like this. So when you notice that added firmness and the lack of urgency to pull away, recognize that something has shifted. How you respond in that moment plays a big role in what comes next. The key is simple: don't rush. Many men instinctively pull away too soon, often because the moment feels slightly more intense than expected. While it may seem normal to them, it can create a small disconnect because she stayed present and they didn't. Instead, allow the hug to last just a little longer in a natural, relaxed way. There's no need to exaggerate or force anything, just stay in the moment calmly. That extra second shows comfort, confidence, and an ability to match her energy rather than disrupt it. After the hug, pay attention to what follows. Does she smile, maintain eye contact, or stay physically close? These subtle cues can reveal even more about how she feels. At the same time, keep your body language steady. Don't suddenly act differently as if something major just happened. Let the interaction continue smoothly, but with a slightly stronger sense of presence. This consistency helps reinforce comfort, which in turn allows attraction to grow. What matters here isn't making a bold move, it's allowing the moment to fully settle. Many men think attraction comes from big gestures, but it often develops through small, well-timed responses like this. Handled correctly, this stage naturally leads into a more obvious and meaningful type of connection, the lingering hug. This next type stands out not just because it lasts longer but because of how it feels. In a lingering hug, she doesn't rush to let go. Her body stays close, her arms remain around you, and there's a brief pause where neither of you pulls away immediately. That pause is significant. In moments of attraction, these small hesitations carry meaning. When she lingers, it usually indicates she's comfortable enough to remain close without needing to create distance. Her body relaxes rather than preparing to disengage, reflecting how she feels in your presence. You might notice her hold becoming softer instead of tightening or ending quickly. Her posture may feel more natural and less controlled. There could even be a subtle stillness or change in breathing before the hug ends. Individually, these signals are small, but together, they clearly show that she enjoys the closeness. This is where many men make another mistake: they become uneasy. Because the moment lasts longer than expected, they pull away too quickly, interrupting something that was developing naturally. From her point of view, that creates a break in the connection. She stayed in the moment, but you didn't. The right response is straightforward: don't rush. Stay relaxed and let the moment unfold without trying to control or end it prematurely. There's no need to escalate or change your behavior, just remain present. Being comfortable in that quiet, close moment communicates confidence. And that sense of confidence is what allows the interaction to progress naturally. At this point, the signals are no longer subtle, they've become obvious. When this kind of hug happens repeatedly, it often builds toward the clearest sign of all. The final type of hug is the intimate one. It's not brief, casual, or indifferent. Instead, it feels close, engaged, and emotionally genuine. She doesn't just lean in slightly, she presses fully into you, allowing complete physical closeness. There's no effort to keep distance. Her head may rest on your shoulder or near your neck, and her arms hold you more firmly. Rather than pulling away quickly, she lingers. Sometimes, her hands move gently along your back in a slow, unhurried way. This isn't random, it's intentional. This kind of embrace usually reflects a strong sense of comfort and, often, attraction. People don't naturally allow that level of closeness unless they feel safe and connected. And when she stays longer than expected, it suggests she genuinely enjoys being close. What many men overlook in this moment is that she's also observing you. She's noticing how you react. Do you stay relaxed or become tense? Do you pull away too quickly or remain present? Do you match her energy or disrupt it? Your response communicates everything instantly, and it matters. If you stay calm and allow the moment to unfold naturally, you strengthen the connection. You show that you're at ease with closeness, and that sense of ease creates emotional safety. And emotional safety is what allows attraction to grow. There's no need to complicate things or overthink. Just stay present and let things happen naturally. At this stage, the signal is already clear. What matters now is how you handle it. By now, the meaning behind the different types of hugs should be clear. This was never just about hugging, it's about recognizing how attraction shows up in small, everyday moments that are often overlooked. A hug may seem simple, but it carries important cues: how long it lasts, how close she gets, and how she holds you all reveal how she feels. Once you understand that, you stop dismissing these moments and start paying attention. That awareness changes everything. However, this is where many men go wrong: they overanalyze. They focus on individual moments, trying to find certainty instead of noticing patterns. They wonder whether a single hug means something or not, and in doing so, they miss the bigger picture. Attraction isn't defined by one isolated action, it's revealed through consistent behavior over time. One signal might not mean much, but repeated signs of comfort, closeness, and engagement make things clear. And when it becomes clear, there's no need to force anything. There's no need to rush or create something that isn't already there. Your role is simple: stay calm, stay present, and respond naturally. Attraction grows best in moments that feel effortless, not pressured. When a man remains composed, without rushing, panicking, or overreacting, he creates a different kind of energy. It reflects quiet confidence, and that's something women notice right away.